Hello and welcome to All Things Odd. I'm Dr. Natalie Phillips, and I have a great guest here today. So we are live, and before I get to our guest, I'm going to put up our YouTube channel. I'm going to try to see if I can get this shared out here to get some other people in. But our YouTube channel is up. We are growing in our subscribers, so thank you very much if you subscribe. And if you don't, head over to the if you don't subscribe, head over to the YouTube channel and subscribe and follow us there. We are putting up videos there. As you can see, we have playlists as well that we can kind of, if you maneuver around, if you want to watch certain playlists, I'm going to head over there. And if you want to just learn about music and musicians, technology, research spotlights, all kinds of really fun stuff. And so we've got all kinds of stuff on our YouTube channel. We are live right now. You can see on that first video there that we are live in our YouTube channel. We are also live on Facebook. And then we are also going live from LinkedIn. So if you can't find us, or if you want to share this out, feel free to join us on Facebook, join us in one of those other platforms such as YouTube, as well as even LinkedIn. So with that, I'm going to take this off and I'm going to bring in our guest, Dr. Jen Aslin. And so today we're talking about something very, very fun. So we are talking about deaf metal. So I had interviewed Dr. Aslin recently and wanted to kind of revisit where deaf metal is, what is deaf metal, and just kind of let's start from the beginning and tell me a little bit more about, share with the audience, what is deaf metal, how did it come to be, and how did you get involved?
Okay, thank you for having me. So, deaf metal began by a Finnish fashion designer. Her name is Jenny Atiainen. And so we connected a couple of years ago. She was diagnosed with moderate to severe hearing loss back in 2018. And since she had a design background, she had her hearing aids and started to think, why is it that people that have vision loss are able to pick out eyeglasses that accentuate their style? And why is it that she doesn't get to do anything with her hearing aids? They're just hearing aids. And so she started to design what she called holsters made out of leather originally, that she was able to connect to her hearing aid and then start hanging metal pieces, silver jewelry, that type of thing. So, and then honestly, I believe it went, she posted a video. She had her husband take a picture of her ear and it went viral on Facebook. And so with her having a design background, it kind of took off from there and we connected. She's a wonderful person. And I thought personally, being in the United States, I hadn't seen a product like that is able to bring confidence, and even especially with any age. Originally, my thought process was for younger patients, but honestly, people in their 80s and 90s wear deaf metals for a number of reasons. There's an aesthetic component to it, which we just talked about, but then there's also some retention aspects of deaf metal that make it good for keeping the aid on the ear, which we can talk about later. But that was primarily my reason behind it. We've had lots of good testimonials from people that have purchased our products and thank us because it just brings a level of, I guess, confidence and individuality, and people are able to express themselves through it. And some of people that are younger say thank you for making this because it I don't know, it allows me to feel younger and wearing my hearing aids. So, but not just that, it's an expression.
It's fun. It's fun. Yeah, exactly. Okay. So I'm going to bring up your website so we can take a look at that. So we can see what some of these products are, because the products speak for themselves. I mean, your social media presence is pretty awesome. And so, you've got some different pictures that we can kind of look at, but I want to just kind of bring this up as this kind of scrolls over a little bit to let people see what you're talking about. So what are some of the products that are kind of like your best sellers, or even ones that you're really proud of?
Okay, I like that, the one right here that you're saying.
I do too, yeah.
So stepping back, what how do people wear the product? It starts with the silicone holster, which you honestly can't see on the guy that's wearing and the cochlear implant with the cross. It's black, but we sell them in all different fun colors. So what that does is it's made out of silicone, and it slides over the bottom of the receiver, a RIC or BTE hearing aid, and it slides up, and then it has a tiny hole at the bottom of it. I don't know if you could show a picture.
Yeah, let me see if I can go. If I go to products and we go to the
or just holster at the very top.
Holsters. Okay, let's look at those.
Because that's where it starts. They look like that. So if you slide that on, I mean, I have some here I could show too, but that basically, you could see that there's a tiny hole at the bottom of that, and that is what connects the jewelry clasp onto the hearing aid. So my favorites, I like the feather because that's a popular one with the model that has the red hair in our on our homepage. But there's another one that it's called the BLING Bliss, and it's just a dime. It's a cubic zirconium that connects onto the safety chain. It's really pretty. So I guess it depends on what you're looking for. Deaf metal is kind of divided into 3 different classifications. We have deaf metals that have chains, which are the 2 that I talked about. Maybe going back into the homepage, you might be able to see more pictures.
As it kind of goes through,
as it kind of goes through. So there are deaf metals that have the chains that connect to the clasp and then connect to a pierced ear, like that one.
Yes. Yep.
We have clip-ons for people that don't have pierced ears, but then also too, I should mention this, these are really good for people that are concerned for losing their hearing aids for whatever reason. I know we're sort of trending out of wearing masks so much, but I know that this helped with a lot of mask wearing. So even for people that are in healthcare and having to wear masks more, it's good for that. But then also too, just glasses wearing, or there's a number of reasons why people wear the safety chains besides for aesthetics that help with retention. So there's that. And then we have ones like the boy that's wearing, he's a high school student that has hearing loss, the cochlear implant, that's wearing the pendant. So there are some for aesthetics that just hang from that holster. And then we have, if you keep scrolling down, we have products that are relatively new since the last time we talked, and they're called safety rings. So if you keep going down, and I will show you. That's a video on how to attach the holster, by the way.
Here.
Yeah, there they are. So that's some of them. So as you can see, the first picture going from left to right, that one is a safety ring. So it's our simple safety ring. And these are fabulous for people that are very active or their heads turning upside down for working. I can think of a couple instances where there was a lady that I spoke with that she said this was a literal lifesaver for her because she works with small children in wheelchairs. And she said she turns her head upside down to adjust wheelchairs a lot throughout the day. And she said she normally has to put her hearing aid back on her ear as it falls off. And she said with this product, it's the safety ring.
I love that. So it looks like there's a holster on the hearing aid.
Right.
And then it looks like it's just a cufflink looking-ish, right? But it's a ring. Yeah.
Well, we call it our safety ring, and it works fabulously for sports. I have a little girl that I've been in communication that's a gymnast, and she uses it for when she's in the gym. I don't know. I guess I never realized until talking to patients how much people bend, yoga ears and that type of thing that would benefit from this. So this is a simple one. We have some that are double, which I think in the second picture maybe.
So you can choose the color of the holster, and then is this safety ring, is that in silver or does it come in different metals?
Yes, it comes. There's a microplated gold. That's pure silver, or there is a microplated gold, and we also have some that are more. The one on the far right that you see in that row is a star safety ring. That one
cool too.
I love. This is one of my personal favorites because it just looks cool. Honestly, if I'm
Yeah.
being completely honest, my teenage daughter who has fluctuating hearing loss wears this even without a hearing aid. She just likes the way this looks. It's called our double safety ring. And if
Mm-hmm.
you want really great retention, I've had people that have worn cochlear implants with the double and say that it's kept their hearing aids from flying off their ear when, you know, how the magnet sometimes catches on a door frame or something.
Well, and I love that because like I have a cochlear implant patient and we made an ear mold for her to put in her ear from that processor that's coming over her ear. And it's an ear mold, but like this keeps the ear more wide open. You don't have to get an ear mold. I don't have to, secure it down or anything like that. And so, my gosh, that is so, I'm going to have to show her this picture. Hopefully she's watching.
Really cool. I love it's just I would say the double safety ring is my favorite, and then the
Yeah,
feedback
that's really cool.
it's individualized because sometimes people prefer something over the other based on
Mhm.
the size of their earlobe. Honestly, this metal too, I should say, it's very pliable. It's you can bend it, you can open it up to where it fits for wider ears.
Yes.
We also have safety. There's a whole separate safety ring category on the website under products that lists some
cool.
other specific safety rings. So yeah,
I love that.
that's one of my favorites. And that's
Okay,
a
so
pearl one. That's the same thing. It's the safety
Mhm.
ring that
Oh,
just
but it's got a pearl. Okay.
has a pearl at the end of
Very
it.
cool.
And so it functions in the same way. It's just added
Mhm.
there. That's the one that I was telling you about. That's my favorite of the ones with the chains. It's called the Bling Bliss. It's a top seller. People like that one just because it's classic. And
Mhm.
again, it has some retention, but it's also with the chain, it adds some interest to the ear.
Mhm. And so then the chain goes in the back and it goes past the post and between the post and the backing of the earring that the woman is already wearing?
So the chain connects to the earring back of that particular
Yes, that's
style.
what I meant. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then that C clasp, the jewelry clasp, then connects onto the holster at that
Got
hole
it.
in the holster. So
Nice.
yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Now we do have some people that say they would like to have the safety chain. I'm thinking of instances where people are maybe in assisted living communities
Mhm.
where their family members might want to have a safety chain only just for not for aesthetics so much as for this not losing a hearing aid. And
Mhm.
so these there are a specific category. There's a specific category called safety chains, and what that does is it attaches to the back of your own earring back. So if, you know, grandma has a favorite pair of earrings or something like that, then she can still use, as long as it's traditional earring back, you can use the C clasp onto that chain and
Mhm.
then connect it via the holster to the hearing aid. It's an
Mhm.
extra protection, but it honestly adds a little bit of personality to your hearing aids as well. So
Yeah, I like
the
that.
safety chain. And
Oh,
this
how
is
fun.
another safety ring that with the star. And it
Awesome.
functions the same way. So those are newer
Very
products
cool.
that are very popular just because they add some. And one specific story is this lady that was a new cochlear implant wearer, and she I think she from healing from the surgery. That's another advantage to being able to use something like this, because she said the headband was hurting her ear, so she was able to wear the processor, and she said it made her feel hip. You know, to have a little ear cuff there as an 80-year-old woman, it was a sweet story. So yeah,
Yeah, I'm gonna let these pictures kind of go through because it's another row of pictures here that people can enjoy of kiddos. So, parents, if you're watching and you're learning about this, or if you're an audiologist watching this, share this out on your page because it's very kind of cool. Or share the website as well. We've got the website up here. Here it is. Here, just deafmetalusa.com. I'll leave that up as well so people can kind of see that. And then, Dr. Aslin, share with me a little bit more about what are people saying about this? Because it's been, a few years now. So what are people saying? What are some testimonials that you might have of people that are using some of
yes,
these products?
actually, I pulled a few today just to remind myself, because I see emails come through and I like to respond to each testimonial just because it makes me feel like we're doing the right thing and introducing these products. So one recent one had to do with the retention part of it, in that this lady had Tourette's syndrome, and she said that her head shakes, obviously, and she said before she found the product that it was impossible for her to keep her hearing aids. They would flip off. And so she mentioned that, I mean, she called it a lifesaver for my lifeline, because her lifeline being her family, this product, the ring, was a lifesaver for her lifeline. So that made me feel good that our products not only provide fashion, but they also provide the retention. So there was one. I think the pendant products that we have butterflies and flowers and fun hearts, and those are really popular with kids. So I'm just looking at some of our testimonials, a woman that just said her daughter was obsessed with the butterflies. And so it was an easy way for her to be able to get her comfortable wearing her hearing aids. So we get comments like that. I think I told you when I had talked to you before about people, yoga wearers, people that are bending over for their jobs, sometimes can benefit from the products that are more retention. Those also Tua ones that you're scrolling on the website now, they're brand new. We don't have the actual the professional pictures up just yet. But there's a special meaning. Also, Tua, we have a writer from South Africa that's also a customer, and it's if you click on one, if you want to just click on one of those, and it will talk about in scrolling down, or keep scrolling down. There are different colors of these, but the word.
Oh, wow.
I like the meaning of how she came up with this. So, and she was one too, where she's had a lot of, I think she's become really personal friends with Yenny, our founder of DEAFMETAL, but she has an acoustic neuroma, I believe, and has to wear hearing aids. So she's a big fan of this, just again, more for the fashion than for the function. And so she helped in designing this, which is actually a lower price point than some of the other ones. So yeah, those are really, really a cool addition to the DEAFMETAL. But then going back to fashion, I know I talked about a lot of testimonials with retention, but people thank us. We just get emails thanking us for creating a product for them, because it boosts their confidence. It also just, especially with new wearers, they can't wait to be able to accentuate them and to draw attention to them. Because I think even as audiologists, when we were maybe 20 years ago, it was hiding your hearing aid, and this the opposite. It seeks to destigmatize hearing aids and make them so that people will ask, about them. So, and it's just
these are so beautiful too. Like when I talked to you a couple years ago, there weren't gemstones and pearls. I mean, it was a lot of metal, right? Which makes sense. But like even this is just so beautiful. And like you said, I mean, it's changing, right?
It is.
So I love just like that. Oops. Yeah, just like that.
Yeah, that's a really popular one too.
Yeah.
That's a really pretty one. That's one you
Amazing.
could wear. I've had people tell me that I have it's on I think it's on one of our Instagram posts, but she wore one to prom. I think it was the starry one with her prom dress. So we get stories like
Wow.
that and
There's the
testimonials
butterfly
from
one.
people. Yeah, I like the flower one. But so people are thankful, and it, like I said, it draws attention, but also people get excited for like that safety pin one, which may not be for everyone.
Right.
But people like it because it's something different, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know. I've had people tell me that their grandmas or their mothers or whatever that are in their 70s just absolutely think that's the coolest thing ever.
No
So that's the
way.
thing that makes DEAFMETAL unique, is that we have different styles, and we've been told that too, because a lot of times I think people that have seen decorative options for hearing aids, it's more geared toward younger kids maybe that aren't as cool as what Yenny has designed. So
Well,
yeah.
and I mean, okay, look, there's like 8 pages of this, but I'm just kind of going through as you're talking about this. And what I'm thinking is they're so affordable too. I mean, look, the prices are right here, you guys. And so they're so affordable. Like, what a great gift. What a great Christmas gift. What a great, being at the end of the year too. I love this. I absolutely love it. And there's so many choices now, so many more choices than before. I do love the retention that you said, but man, they're fun ones. I mean, look at that. The birds.
Yeah,
That's
that is a
super
popular one too.
cool.
I do have a few of those in gold, the birds. That's a popular one. I think that's cool. I like the birds. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I do too. I
it,
love how I'm picking these out and you're like, "Oh, that's a popular
I
one,"
know, I know,
But like
but
even
it's
just the
true. It's
yeah,
true.
I love that. I love that.
Yes,
And then even
we
clip-ons. So you don't have to have earrings. They're clip-on ones too.
yes,
There are,
true.
and I'm hoping people know this too, that it's not just about hearing aids, but it's cochlear implants, it's Bajas, there's a lot of different options. And so
Yes,
please peruse this site because it's so, so, so cool. I'm just so glad to have you back on to be able to kind of show this.
thank
I
you.
love it.
Yes.
Absolutely love it. Okay, so another question I had too is, okay, if audiologists are watching this, right? Like how can they get involved? Like how would they get involved with this?
Okay. So a couple different ways.
Mm-hmm.
We have wholesale pricing for audiologists that are you have to fill out. I believe it's the bottom. It's at the bottom for audiologists on the footer. There is a link to
For
establish an account.
audiologists. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so then you can establish an account, which opens up wholesale
Perfect.
pricing. So that is an option. Honestly, so far people we have sample packs. So if you didn't know which safety ring or retention
Mm-hmm.
product you might want, we have sample packs for audiologists to try out with their patients. So that's a way. Some audiologists want to have deaf metals in their office. Some audiologists maybe just want to have brochures or flyers, which we have
Mm-hmm.
those too and are happy to send out so that they can pass them along to patients. But then also, if they have a patient in mind that they think might benefit from our deaf metals, then they can show them there and have some, product pictures and that type of thing, especially for, people that aren't as savvy with the internet, I guess.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
We do have some people too that call in orders. It's not as popular, but I've had some sweet conversations with customers, honestly, all over that make me feel good for doing what we're doing. Honestly, it's just a feel good product.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
Awesome.
for two ways for audiologists. And other than that, I mean, just sharing it with patients is good because I think that's how we grow. I have a lot of customers that say that they're going to share it with their audiologist because it's impacted them in a positive way and they want to be able to share
Mm-hmm.
that with others. I'm trying to think of I've had some people that have emailed me specifically saying they're sharing it with their audiologist and they showed them, the holster and how it connects and they shared it with their peer
Mm-hmm.
audiologist. So it's sort of word of mouth, I think, is the best way. People are
Mm-hmm.
starting to hear about deaf metals and people use deaf metals for different reasons. So,
Yeah.
we
Well,
get
and it
the
could go both ways, right? I mean, audiologists can have brochures to pass out and be the source of the information. If you're a consumer and you're watching this as well, I mean, you can take this to your audiologist to let them know about it too. So I think just going both ways as far as sharing information is great. I love how it's evolved since the last time
thank
that I
you.
talked
Yeah.
to you, and just different options. And again, I want to be clear that these are for hearing aids, cochlear implants, Baja of any age, of any identified gender, whatever it is, but it's very affordable. They make great gifts as well for they make great gifts for Christmas coming up or, any other holiday season, the new year, whatever, just an excuse to send somebody a great gift.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I
I love
agree.
it. Yeah.
Yes, thank you. It's a feel good product. It really is.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
it's impacted people's lives in a positive way.
Yep,
So
absolutely.
that's a good thing. deal.
Yeah. And please go follow them on Instagram. And then also, I believe you're on Facebook as well,
Yes,
correct?
it's
Yep.
the Deaf Metal USA is
Awesome.
where we are. So
Yeah, so I'm going to put that website
yeah.
back on up here so that people can see that. But their Instagram, I mean, you can see how visually appealing these pictures are, that they've worked so hard. And it is so much fun to kind of watch you and watch this company grow here in the USA, and just to kind of keep up with it and learn about it. So hopefully people will get involved and start spreading the word at how cool these products are for any age. So I love that too. It's such a fun product.
Thank you.
Is there anything else that you want to share? Did we miss anything? I just want to make sure that we get everything covered.
Yes, no, I should probably mention the stickers because we did collaborate with Heroes brand in the UK, because we have had a few people ask, since we're in the aesthetics brand for hearing aids, that we did add that to the website. So we
Okay,
have
so I'm going to go to
primarily for hearing aids, but we also have skins for cochlear implants. We're getting more. Right now we have holiday themed for.
Well, let's do the Kenzo and see.
Yeah, there's not as many with.
Oh, how fun!
Aren't they fun? I love those.
That's right. I did see your post about this. I thought that was super cool.
Yes,
I love it.
And we're getting more. It's just they're in the process of being made, because they have to make all of these. So we'll be getting more. I think right now we have 30 designs for the hearing aid section, but for the cochlear implants, we're getting them. We just don't have them yet. So I can't load them to the website until I physically have them. So yes.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think you had some Halloween ones that I saw as well. Yes.
The scary pumpkin seems to be the most popular, but yes, those are fun.
Oh, fun.
Just fun. So, and
love
those are
that.
fairly well priced too. I was just thinking with it being a UK company, for people that want it here in US, they would be able to get it quicker, especially for these holiday themed ones.
Yeah,
but
I like these.
Yeah.
They're a lot of fun. Yes. And they're, again, super affordable. So head over to this site again. A Halloween gift, you guys. So, I mean, this is so simple and it's so inexpensive and so much fun. So if you've got somebody, I'm going to go back to, I love the cochlear. I like the nucleus ones. I'm going to go back to this, but you've got holiday ones, lots of fun stocking stuffers. I'm just thinking of gifts like left and right here. But how fun. Like, I love those. Those are so cute. I'm hoping, again, my cochlear patients are watching on this one because it's so cute. And then you've got the Halloween ones as well. So yeah, I love those. And these are Heroes. Is that correct?
Correct. Yes.
Okay,
They're easily removed. And I should also say the hearing aid ones, I have them here. I don't know if I can put it up
here. Let me stop sharing the screen, and then they'll be able to see you better. Okay.
So if I go this way and figure this out. So they come and do this. You would get this entire sheet if you order hearing aids, which I think is a pretty good deal.
Yeah.
Just for different. So then that way they don't have to create them for every specific model of hearing aid. Anyway, they come with all of those. So yes.
You know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of little nail stickers.
True. I think my daughter still has some of those. That's a good idea.
I know, exactly. So they're easy. Basically, they're easy.
Yes. And fun, and another way to accessorize and make you feel good about wearing your hearing besides hearing.
Awesome. Oh, how fun. Well, thank you for giving us some gift ideas as well. So that was a real treat. But yeah, if you have any other questions, head over to deafmetalusa.com. Reach out by social media if you've got any questions, and you can reach Dr. Jen Aslin. So thank you so much for being here and for giving us an update. And I'm so glad that you guys are still around and you're doing so well.
Thank you.
So hopefully, if you see this, share it out to somebody that you love, and maybe stock those stuffings. Those stockings.
I know it's going to be here before you know it.
Yeah.
The holidays, it's crazy. So
exactly. Awesome. Well, thank you so much. And I will be back in, I think, a couple of weeks with another guest. So stay tuned on who that would be. But thank you for your time, Dr. Aslin, and for sharing Deaf Metal USA with us.
Thank you. Take care.
All right.
Bye-bye.